Welcome to my Public Health 1 presentation on diabetes. My name is Luis Angel Gonzalez. Let's talk about the public health problem. Mainly, why does this problem exist in society? Americans diagnosed with diabetes has tripled in the past 20 years and rising rapidly. There are two types of diabetes. Type 1 is caused by the failure of insulin production in the pancreas, while type 2 is caused by a mix of impaired insulin production and resistance to insulin. Now we can talk about how did this happen. There is currently an excess of food and no need to exercise. Nowadays, when all you need to do to order fast food is simply order from an app in the comfort of your own home, it's no surprise that our caloric intake has increased while our burning of such calories hasn't. Both types of diabetes are affected by genetics. Attached also here is a figure of the annual age-adjusted incidence of diagnosed diabetes among 18 plus years of age. Now we can ask, where did this happen? Diabetes is most prevalent in the southern United States and the Appalachian states. Attached is a 2013 diagnosed diabetes prevalence. And as you can see, the southern United States, which is indicated by darker orange, has higher prevalence. Now we can ask, what are the risks for the community in the future? An estimated 1 out of 4 people are unaware they have the disease. While diabetes does have symptoms, most of these symptoms could be written off as something completely different. Uncontrolled diabetes can damage the eyes and kidneys as well as cause several complications of these organs. For example, damaging the eyes can lead to blindness, and damaging the kidneys could lead to kidney disease. Heart disease has also been linked with diabetes. Access to routine medical care is necessary since long-term monitoring is required and can be very expensive. Attached is also diabetes complications. As you can see, it not only targets the eyes and the kidneys, but it can also target the brain and cause strokes, the heart and cause cardiovascular disease, and nerve damage anywhere in the extremities. We can also ask, what are some etiological factors? For type 1 diabetes, risk factors are not clear, but known factors include family history and age. For type 2 diabetes, known risk factors include prediabetes, obesity, age, family history, exercise, if you are of African American, Hispanic, Native Indian, or Alaska Native origin. More ecological factors are also simply diet and lifestyle. Now that we know what is diabetes and what are some risk factors, let's talk about how to solve this public health problem. I've outlined 2 strategies here. Strategy 1 outlines that currently there is no cure for diabetes. Diabetes is for life. Management of diabetes, however, can prolong one's life. Eating healthy and being active is key. Insulin and oral medication can help one control blood sugar, but one must regularly check their blood sugar and consult with their physician. Strategy 2 undertakes the understanding of the difference between type 1 and type 2 and who's at higher risk. Preventative measures are the best because diabetes is largely preventable with proper diet and exercise. Tackling obesity is the key here. Getting tested if unsure. A medical professional can perform an A1C test, and that could be a great indicator of whether you have diabetes or not. Connecting with diabetes communities for support is also another great way to tackling the diabetes issue. As stated before, diabetes currently has no cure. However, this cultural example from Africa will demonstrate what Africa and the African population will suffer from if they don't control diabetes. Currently, the prevalence rates are expected to double by 2040. Africa suffers from a lot of challenges being an underdeveloped country. However, with prevention, identification, management, and financing of diabetes care, Africa will be able to control diabetes. An example from history is that on January 11, 1922, insulin was first used to treat diabetes. Discovered by Sir Frederick J. Banting, shown at the right, Charles H. Best, and Jane J.R. Marlord at the University of Toronto. Leonard Thompson was the first to get an injection. However, this didn't work out so well since he developed an allergic reaction. However, with refining, insulin was used to be able to treat diabetes. Finally, we can tackle the question of what we do about diabetes in the future. Specifically, what does literature say we should do? According to Introduction to Public Health by Mary J. Schneider, public health must persuade the public to adopt healthy behaviors. Biomedical research is necessary to help or delay the onset of diabetes. Diet and exercise have been shown to largely prevent diabetes. In my opinion, and in my personal experience, diabetes is easily preventable, especially type 2. The problem here is with people's poor eating habits and sedentary lifestyle. One must remember that once diabetes is contracted, careful management must be taken because of the serious consequences of diabetes. Living in a country with a great medical care is of utmost importance, since if you should ever have an emergency, medical care is available. With research, and hopefully one day, deriving a cure will be possible. Thank you for listening to my presentation.